Hey guys, welcome back to the Toy Lounge, and today we're going to be looking at the World Peacekeepers military figure, and it has a horse. Okay, so what we're actually looking at here is another figure from the Power Team Elite line, and well, also known as World Peacekeepers. These guys are made by a company called M&C or MC Toy, I believe they're called. You can Google them online. Same toy line as the previous videos I've just put out recently on the Humvee vehicles. So this is in scale with that. As you can see up here, 1:18 scale action figures. Figures with 22 articulated points. World Peacekeepers military figure. I would have just called it a military horse, but that's just me. Ages 3+. On the back we have what looks like a paratrooper with a functioning parachute. This kind of reminds me of the old days where you'd get like a non-articulated figure. You can throw him off a high position and the parachute would actually open up. I don't know if you guys remember that. Looks like a motorcycle there. Also comes with the trooper. The horse, which is what we're looking at right now, and looks like some kind of Navy SEAL with a little canoe. Also comes with an oar. The accessories that come with these figures are pretty much worth it. This guy I picked up for, I think it was $12 at a Target store. Target has a lot of these in stock at the moment. They've also got all the Humvees and some helicopters as well, which is pretty good. There seems to be plenty available. So if you're interested and you live here in Australia, I'm sure you won't have any trouble picking any of these guys up. So it looks like, I mean, I have a lot of these figures and I can compare to one I had from about 15 years ago, and it looks pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed. I remember seeing this horse 15 years ago. I never got a chance to pick them up. I mostly was collecting the vehicles, but I saw this recently in the store and I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up, have a look at it. Maybe I can put some Joes on it. Looks like it will work with G.I. Joes. Some nice accessories there as well. But yeah, that's it for the packaging. Let's open this guy up. Okay, so we have our toy out of its box, and I'll just go through some of the accessories it came with. It came with another one of these vests. At this time it's a very dark green one. Pretty much the same as the previous one we just looked at not long ago. And another backpack. The same straps as the other backpacks we've seen in this line. So nothing's really changed over the years. And this machine gun, this came unassembled, the tripod was separate. You just clip the tripod on. So it's a nice little extra accessory there to have. It's not bad looking. Again, these weapons are kind of a little flimsy there. They come slightly warped out of package. And one more thing before I go on, I thought it was worth mentioning. You do get a nice little backdrop here. I'll just move the figure to the side. If you feel like displaying your toy in front of a backdrop, I thought it was kind of neat. It's just made out of cardboard, nothing special. Anyway, putting that away, the figure sits really well on the horse. No troubles there. So displayed quite easily. Just having a look at the figure, is pretty much the same as what we've got before. So again, nothing's changed in the last 15 years. These guys still look the same. Maybe the camo is slightly different. I'll just bring you another figure from another box I opened up. And this one here is from about 15 years ago, which came with one of the vehicles. And you can probably see the camo is slightly different. You got the different head sculpts, of course, but from memory this head sculpt was also available back then. But yeah, the camo is slightly different. I'd say the green on this one is slightly darker, and you got some lighter beige colours on this one here. But all in all, still, you know, the same figure, the same articulation. So more true builders. Moving that aside, let's have a look at the main part of this review, which is this nicely sculpted horse. 1:18 scale horse. Articulated horse. His saddle is removable if you want to remove it. If you notice, it comes with the same type of straps, elastic straps, that the backpacks come with. So you can remove that if you'd like. I'm not actually going to remove it. You probably have to just stretch it, move it around the horse's body, and it'd come off. But it sits on nice and stable. Now, the one thing I wanted to look at here was the articulation of this horse. His back legs have a single joint up here. So that's neat. And on his right leg, no, I thought on his right leg he'd have some swivel there. It looks like a swivel cut at the knee, but it doesn't actually go all the way around. even on his left leg, you'll notice the inner side of the left leg. It looks like they may have thought about putting articulation there and then they just changed their mind. I don't know. Probably didn't work with the figure. That's strange, but yeah. So they go back about all the way there. His front legs have the extra articulation, so he's got that swivel up the top there. He's got a single bend at the knee and another bend, I guess you'd call that the ankle of the horse. So a nice movement on the front legs. Both legs are the same. And I haven't actually played around with this yet, but I'm not sure if the neck is articulated. If it is pretty stiff on this horse. Oh, there you go. Nice. So you can have him up that way, and he goes down to about there. So that's an up and down movement. Nice. I like that. So you can get him in some decent poses, or decent galloping poses if you like, or running poses. Just give you a closer look there at his face, or its face. Can't tell if this horse is a male or female, so we'll just call it an it. Yeah, so the strap or the handle is looped through his mouth. His mouth is molded shut. You've got the two holes, one on each side, where the strap feeds through. It's nicely done there. Does it look like a realistic horse up front? It looks close enough. Probably get a bit more realistic than that, but it looks okay. For a 1/18 scale figure, I'd say this is probably the best horse we've ever got, most realistic horse, which is suited for 1/18 scale, figurines. You can use it for your G.I. Joes, your Marvel Universe. There's a lot of 1/18 scale figures available these days. A lot of toy lines. Nice sculpting on his tail there. I remember when I was young, I had a 1/18 scale Lone Ranger figure. He was fully articulated as well. I can't remember what toy line he was from, but I wish I kept him. I can have him pose with this horse. That'd be kind of interesting, just to see how it looked. I always wanted a horse of this scale back in the day to fit with my Lone Ranger. I was a big Lone Ranger fan. Unfortunately, I don't have that figure anymore. But yeah, overall, nice figure, very affordable as well. You can army build these things. Have your mounted troops brigade, if you'd like, have them displayed somewhere. I kind of wish Power Team Elite would release a Western style figure line based on the days of the Old West. That'd be pretty cool. It's just a fantasy of mine. Play cowboy and Indians like the old days. But yeah, that's our horse. And just for the sake of it, here he is with a G.I. Joe figure. In this case we have Flint. Fits really well with G.I. Joes, as you can see. Flint can't find a vehicle to get through rough terrain to save Lady J, so the only choice is to maybe get on horseback. Nothing like a trusty horse to get you through some rough terrain. And in case you were wondering, you can fit the horse in the back of a Humvee. Transport it around. Just watch your clearance levels when you're going under bridges. Otherwise, horse fits nicely. And that concludes this review of this particular toy. What do you guys think? You want to see more of this stuff? Let me know. Stay tuned. I'm going to have a lot more of this toy line up on YouTube. More reviews. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you have this in your toy collection? Are you interested in buying them? Let us know. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.